The No Fate channel checking in, and we are at Become Fitness in Methuen, Massachusetts for a full gym tour and gym review. We are here as soon as they are opening. The first thing with any gym tour or gym review is to head into the restrooms and to see the facilities. If a gym cannot take care of their bathrooms and their showers and whatnot, then they're not going to be taking care of the rest of the gym. At Become Fitness in Methuen, as a hypochondriac, or at least self-proclaimed hypochondriac, I am extremely overjoyed with their level of cleanliness. And their staff, once they get in the morning, does not stop cleaning, at least for the duration of how long I'm here for the workout. So, number of showers. And a sauna. Here is the men's locker room area for Become Fitness. As you can see, tons and tons of lockers. A good space with a decent floor plan. Unlike many gyms, Become Fitness does not allow you to rent out a locker. Some gyms have a very big locker area, but then none of the lockers are free because they are all rented out and have locks on them. So Become Fitness is a massive, and I do mean massive, gym. From the front entrance, you wouldn't think that it is as large as it is. However, once you step in, you can see that it just kind of expands and goes on and on and on. And one of the great things I actually like about Become Fitness, that even though it is a large gym, some large gyms don't use their space very well, and they can still seem cluttered, but not Become Fitness. They have a very, very good setup. Basically all over the gym. I'm very, very impressed with their feng shui, their space layout. Even in the front here, you can see they've got TRX equipment here and pulley system, allowing a person to use, one station for multiple exercises. If they were going to be doing, say, arms, you could probably do a full arm workout right here alone if you wanted to. So this green section here is a perfect example of how they use some really good spatial arrangements and equipment to get the most out of it. They do tons of training here, personal training, and you're free to use it as well in terms of if you're just a regular member. They've got TRX stations, they've got all of these pull-up stations and pulleys and different types of handles. And it allows for people, or a number of people, to be working out in this area without it seem to be cluttered. Also, if you're into obstacle course racing, they've got a number of different handholds up here that you could be training on. You get some rock climbing grips, and of course, the monkey bar station here. Here is another great life fitness station that is great for, almost all of your back movements, also arms and whatnot. I mean, again, tons and tons of possibilities the way they have this set up with regards to these stations that allow you to really pick your own setup and make great use of their space. Become Fitness here in Methuen also has lots of functional training. You can see by the Bosu ball. They have a number of Bosu balls. They have a number of sleds that I'm going to show you in the future, and also TRX equipment. So if you are interested in functional stuff, tons and tons of functional equipment. Like many gyms, Become Fitness has a very large, and I do mean large, cardio studio where they do everything from spin classes to yoga to Zumba. I'll put up a list of all of the classes that they run. Now, I haven't taken part in any of the classes, but when I see them going on, they do look very fun and they are very full. So clearly the turnout shows you, or at least tells you, that people are enjoying those classes, but it is a very, very big space in there. Now here's a few rows of their machines that they have. Again, a really good layout, a really good spatial arrangement that allows for basically putting a lot of equipment into a space but without it feeling cramped. Tons of life fitness equipment and machines. Now let's go over to the cardio equipment. Oftentimes many people, this is what they care about, is the cardio equipment, and I don't blame them. Now Become Fitness here in Methuen has 3 rows of cardio equipment. Everything from your Stanley Stairmaster to your treadmills to your ellipticals and your glides. And again, I think they do a really good job of spacing out the equipment. I like the fact that they have broken up these Stanley Stairmasters here, allowing, you're not really kind of right next to the person if someone else wants to do the Stairmaster. Same with the treadmills. Again, they broke them up a little bit. You got 4 in the back row, and then another, 2 rows of 5, and the same thing with the ellipticals. Also, Tons of TVs. And one thing I want to say about these TVs, I'm not usually a TV person when I work out. One of the things I want to say about these TVs is, dang, they have a really good HD quality TVs. They're large. There's 10 of these TVs. Now their cardio equipment also extends over here. They've got the water rowing machines, and they also have some spin bikes. One of the things that I think is nice about Become Fitness that does tend to separate it from a lot of other gyms is this is one of the sections where they do a lot of functional training. Obviously you can see these steps here, but this sled right in front of me is a great tool to kind of push and drive, something that you don't necessarily see at a lot of gyms. Also, I'm going to take you over here in the corner. Another thing, if you're into functional training, if you are into just functional training, they even have the little high jump measurer here that you often see at NFL combines or NBA combines. They do classes, and they do youth classes for strength training and for sports. Now we're in the free weights section, so let's talk about the dumbbells here. So the dumbbells start off with 10-pound weights, and they actually go all the way up to, let's see, 130. If you need more than 130, this might not be the gym for you, but I don't know too many people that regularly go over those 130 dumbbells. So again, sticking with the space theme, again, they have a really good amount of space, but they use it well. You can see they've got a number of benches, both incline and overhead shoulder press if you're interested in that. And they use it well, so even though oftentimes some gyms in front of the dumbbell racks can get quite cluttered or congested, the open space that they have here definitely helps to minimize that even during their busiest time. And here we have their plate-loaded machines. You can see again a number of hammer strength machines and life fitness machines. This in front is actually one of my favorite back exercises machines. I couldn't tell you why. Just every time I use it, I seem to get a really good target of those rear lats. You've got your bench presses, your incline, your decline. So like any gym, it has its pros and its cons. And if I only mentioned the pros, then you would know I am just not doing an honest review. One of the cons that I've noticed with Become Fitness is these bars. If you are a bar snob, so if you do a lot of squats and deadlifts and cleans and overhead presses, as well as benching and incline benching, you're probably going to be a bar snob in terms of you're used to a typical standard Olympic size bar. And these are not that. These are slightly thicker than your standard Olympic size bar. And the ends and the whip on these bars is a little slightly off. Now for me, I don't do a lot of bar work, and I very rarely, bench or deadlift. So it wasn't a big deal for me, or isn't a big deal for me. I did get used to it after probably 2 lifting experiences. I was able to get used to the thickness of the bar, and it's not a problem. You're still gonna be able to get your workout in, and most people won't even notice the issue whatsoever. But again, if you deadlift, if you squat, if you bench regularly, and you were really, again, a bar snob, so to speak, you're probably going to notice it, and it may annoy you. Again, if you're trying to hit PRs, or if you're trying to do, specific type of, progressive overload training, it can be a bit annoying. In terms of the plates, I found that they have a good amount of plates here. I don't necessarily lift that heavy or as heavy as some people. I will say that these plates tend to be a little thicker than usual. If you're used to the metal plates, they are a little bit thicker than the metal plates, but probably right along the lines of the bumper plates if you ever went to a CrossFit gym. So here we have some of the leg equipment. We've got the typical leg press, and then we have a front squat machine, as well as 2 Smith machines. And another use of their versatile spacing arrangement are these deadlift platforms, where you can do everything from overhead press to cleans to squats to deadlifts. They even have a landmine in there if you want to do plate rows over there. And again, they have a big focus on functional strength. So you can see they have the hex bar here as well. And this is one of the great aspects of Become Fitness here in Methuen that, frankly, you don't see in a lot of gyms, and I've been really, really impressed. Now, this is attached to the gym. You would consider it an annex, but it's still attached. You don't have to head outside. And it is an area where they do even more functional equipment. You can see they've got the speed bags here, you've got your medicine balls, you've got your step up for some cardio, you also have your battle ropes, and you have those heavy bags as well as a rope. And it's nice to see a rope. If you do obstacle course training, if you do CrossFit training, it's good to have a rope there because most gyms, again, don't have a hanging rope, and that's a nice one to have. Also, another sled, which is, again, real fun to use. Another hex bar, trap bar, however you want to call it, and a huge tire to either hit with a sledgehammer or flip or just to do jump ups on. And it's a great area. I've come in here and hit the heavy bag, shadow box, done some functional training myself, and just really enjoy this area. And a lot of gyms, again, don't have this open space in this area. And as you can see maybe you can see on the board, they do work with teams with regards to local team sports for strength training, functional training, for youth training. And I think it's a great thing what they're doing here. And some of the programs that they have set up is really good to get the kids active and get them, away from the screens. Become Fitness here in Methuen has a sister gym. So if you get a membership here, you have access to their sister gym, so to speak, in Westford, Massachusetts. It is Become Fitness Westford. That is a 24-hour gym. So if you're looking for even wider, bigger range of gym hours, definitely check that gym out. In terms of cost, I really can't go over cost because of a couple reasons. One, they always have seasonal promotions here at Become Fitness, and depending on the time of the year or the type of promotion that you sign up for or what you're looking for in the gym in terms of training or classes, the price range does differ. I will say in terms of myself, I've been very happy in this gym. I think they deliver a high level of value for the membership, for the prices that they have charged, and for what I paid per month to be in here. Also, I think the gym is extremely clean. Oftentimes we see gyms that are dirty, people don't clean their equipment down, there's no place to wash your hands, the locker rooms are filthy, you leave the gym feeling grimy. I have been overly impressed with the level of cleanliness and how much that they clean, at least while I'm here. So that is a hypochondriac, is a big bonus for me, and something that I am extremely happy about. If you made it this far in the gym tour and gym review and you think that Become Fitness might be the gym for you, head on down. It is off of 110 in Methuen, 90 seconds from exit 46 off of 93 or Route 93. Again, they have that sister gym in Westford if that's something that you are interested in. Hey, let them know I sent you. Hopefully they'll maybe give me a free membership to give away to one of my subscribers if enough people come in and say, hey, they saw the video at the No Fate 24/7 YouTube channel. All I do is honest reviews here, and hopefully you found it helpful. If you've come to this gym or if you thought this video was helpful, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions regarding Become Fitness that I may not have answered in this video, drop it in the comments below. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions, at least any of the questions that I can answer. If you've made it this far in the video, do me a favor. You know what to do. Give the video a like, hit that subscribe button. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you dads be great parents to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I post tips and tricks to save you dads time, energy, and money. 3 things that are in short supply for every dad out there.